I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Superman issue number 30, when the Man of Steel comes under the influence of Parallax, the evil space bug of fear. Only Sinestro can save him. What'll happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so as we open up the comic, we join the climactic battle between the controlled Superman and Sinestro, already in progress. Old Thal ain't exactly doing so good here. Parallax was powerful on his own, and now he's joined with the demigod that is Superman. He basically gets his pinked mustachioed butt knocked around like a rag doll. But what Sinestro lacks in physical strength, he more than makes up for in a devious tactical mind. You see, he purposely let himself get wailed on so he could transport he and Superman to Qward, home of the Weaponers. A place that not only is able to cut Superman off from Earth's yellow sun, but more importantly, there's an army of Weaponers waiting to do Sinestro's bidding and knock Superman out. Of course, just because Sinestro interceded in this dilemma doesn't mean he's the good guy here. Quite the opposite. He wants to steal Parallax's power for himself. That's going to be much easier said than done, however, as the space bug has taken a deep hold inside Superman, and Sinestro's going to have to get quite creative if he wants to get it out again. What we're essentially treated to is the Lantern Corps equivalent of an exorcism, and by exorcism, I mean Sinestro just whips the shit out of Superman a bunch, attempting to make him feel his worst, deepest, darkest fears. We get such classic hits as fear of not being able to save everybody, fear of Doomsday returning, and some new ones like Lois dying before him of cancer. But perhaps Superman's most interesting fear is his newest, and that is revolving around his son, Jonathan Kent the Superboy. Superman fears letting his son down, and because of that, he would turn to the dark side. Also, hey, for all you Easter egg junkies out there, look at the bodies that Dream John had killed. We got Miss Martian, we got Blue Beetle. It's a whole Young Justice Season 2 reunion here in this pile of dream corpses. It's Sinestro's buddy Lysa Dark who brings up the idea that maybe trying to fight Parallax with more fear might just be a really dumb idea, like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Thal does not like this answer, and this only goes to feed his destructive paranoia. He distrusts Lysa, he distrusts all the Weaponers, because Parallax could very easily be living in any one of them, and indeed he is. Even while still trussed up, Superman manages to save the life of one of the Weaponers before eventually escaping himself, taking control of Sinestro's very own ring. Superman essentially powers through, and using his own deep-seated sense of hope manages to coax Parallax back inside the ring, claiming that he'll take him far away from Sinestro or anyone who would want to manipulate him. Admittedly, I'm no expert on Green Lantern lore, so I'm not exactly sure if this would work in universe, but it's just so damn cool I'm willing to let it slide. Anyway, Sinestro is not liking any of this, and in fact, he decides to make a tactical retreat with Dark. The Weaponers, in a surprise twist, end up celebrating Superman like a hero, him apparently doing more to help them out in just a few minutes than Sinestro has done in their entire history with each other. And as the comic winds down, the story comes full circle, with Superman returning home to look over his son John as he sleeps, knowing that everything is well. So that was Superman number 30, everybody, and as far as little two-and-done filler pieces go, I gotta say this one was really strong. It's nice to see Superman come face to face with some enemies that he doesn't fight every day. That changes it up, and I dig that. It's cool to get an insight into everything the Man of Steel fears, to really understand how much weight is on his shoulders and how much is truly expected of him in the DC universe. Tomasi's also sure to do as what he's done throughout this series, and that is tie it all back to John and Superman being a new father, complete with a brand new set of fears that Superman has never had to deal with before. It's all pretty good stuff. The only thing that holds this one back from being a full-on 9 is the art, and that is that it's really inconsistent, with a lot of fill-in artists trying to make sure this one comes out on time. Overall, though, doesn't hurt it that bad. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. So that's Superman, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, why not check out some of these other videos I have available. Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel, and if you're feeling in a supportive mood, why not become a patron? For as little as $1 a month, you'll get exclusive access to videos and podcasts before anybody else. And until next time, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.